Well, my name is Pavel. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Bluzelle. Yeah, Bluezelle GameFi system on Powerhouse and working on that. But my background originally is I started in video games. So I used to work for Disney and then Disney Interactive, running seven of their studios. Also worked with Electronic Arts, Activision, Nintendo, so maybe every kind of game company. I did everything from studio management to business development, M&A, licensing, so all across the board. So that's what I was really trained in, was gaming, entertainment. And then in 2016, then took a break for a few years, discovered crypto. And then in 2016, pretty much went full time into this. And so Bluezelle originally, so we started the company about what the current thing, about 2017. And it started as my CTO and co-founder of doing decentralized storage. So that's what we launched as a decentralized storage network, raise our money. And that's what we've been building out. And then over the past couple of years, as our storage unit was being done, we realized that how do you get products on there? How do you store things? NFTs were coming up, getting big, gaming was getting big. And given that myself and my co-founder both came from the gaming space, we said, well, why don't we transition Bluezelle to not just be storage, since we know these products, but be entire gaming layer, GameFi layer. And because Bluezelle is a Cosmos-based chain, do it in the Cosmos ecosystem. So you've got the storage layer, and then we thought, okay, well, NFTs need to be stored and in a decentralized area. So that's a use case to be stored on our network. And then, well, games are a way to run transactions. A chain is very fast, 10,000 transactions per second. And it was like, well, we can build gaming, which have NFTs. And so all of that would work on top of Bluezelle. So really the storage, the NFT, which we also launched an NFT marketplace that's in development right now, and a gaming layer. So storage, NFT marketplace, gaming layer, all on Bluezelle, focused on the Cosmos. So the Bluezelle token is the main token, and we launched it just over 5 years ago. It is used for the validators on the network, so that they're the ones processing all the transactions for mainly around storage. So if something's stored in one of our nodes, that it was done properly. BLD is what they use to pay, and that's what the validators earn from it. And it'll all be Bluezelle can also be the gas used for minting in the marketplace. And then the games that run on Bluezelle will also use BLD for its transactions. Right now, it's listed. So we've been listed on, big ones are Binance. So we're a big one on Binance. We're also on Coinbase, Kraken, I believe OB, and KuCoin. It's going to be really exciting. I think what's going to happen is you're going to have, crypto gaming will be its own category, just like you have mobile gaming, free-to-play, social game, crypto gaming on its own. I think as it goes into blockchains, you need it to be fast, right? Ethereum is just too expensive, too slow for gaming transactions to happen. People get frustrated. So they're going to want to play games that are going to be fast. And I think Bluezelle, being a fast layer one chain, can handle that. But the type of games are going to be unique because not all games are probably meant to be, right? They'll have its own type. So you're not going to want sports simulations, things like that. For us, I think really these role-playing games, these action adventure card strategy games, that's really well equipped for crypto type of gamers. I guess it can be, in terms of Immutable X is almost like kind of a platform for games to build and develop, but it's really focused on, on the Ethereum ecosystem and being a faster chain there. What we're focusing on is the Cosmos-based ecosystem, because we believe the Cosmos ecosystem for these type of products is really good because you can do its interoperability. You can work with other chains. So, for example, if we want to do really exciting things around DeFi with gaming, like really GameFi as it is, we can connect to projects like Osmosis, which is, a Uniswap version of the Cosmos ecosystem really seamlessly. And we can do things on there. You can do lend assets, lend NFTs as they come out. So there's really creative things you can do in the Cosmos ecosystem because of interoperability without having us to build everything ourselves. So I think, so similar in the same what our intent is, but I think we can grow faster in an exciting way. I would say you're getting the main three things that you want, right? Storage is very important. You want to make sure if you're building a game, that the assets that are created and your users are buying as NFT, things like that, they're stored in a super secure place, and a decentralized network is the best place to do. Second is if they want to offer NFT marketplace and easy to use. So instead of going to, let's say, if you're in Ethereum, you got to piece everything together. Okay, we can do the NFTs on OpenSea. You can do it right on our own marketplace. So it's synergistic. It's already integrated into the storage and the games. And then also, like I said, you're getting the DeFi elements that are integrated right in, such as Osmosis. So you're getting all the things you want to build a game all in one place. I don't think you call it switching. I think they will adopt it because it's just a new genre. So, it's like, if I was a console gamer, I didn't switch to becoming a mobile gamer. There was a good game there. I play mobile. Some people just like to stick to PC games. So it's just more of a genre. So I don't think they'll switch. They'll go like, if there's an exciting game. One thing about gaming is so they want something that's exciting and new that they can try and be earlier. So that's what they'll do, is just adopt it more. And then streamers, I think more so, because if one side is if a streamer is just based on the audience they can build and monetize. And if one area fishing is all saturated, but they go into crypto gaming and say, well, there's nobody else here and it's growing, they can easily become very prominent, well-known, instead of fighting everybody else out. So streamers I could see switching, gamers I just see adopting. So we called it Capella, which is, a star, just like Bluezelle. Everything we try to do is astronomical based. So Capella is one that. And it's really built for game developers. So there's a thing called, you got non-fungible tokens, but gamers sometimes want semi-fungible tokens. Like they create 1,000 assets of a sword. They don't need each one to be unique. They just need that same one around the same class. But there's no point to recreate it as a unique item each time. It's just wasteful and doesn't really need that much energy to do it. So we've introduced that in there, and that's what's really exciting. And then our first game that is going to be coming out will be using our marketplace, our storage, and everything else with it. Yeah, for this year, it's really around getting the whole ecosystem working. So we've got, for one, we've got our game that's being built called Gamma 4. We just announced that the private beta is done. We've been recruiting players from the Bluezelle community to be selected as the first group to play the game. When they play the game, they'll earn special NFT for going through it. So you'll have 16 levels after. So if you load up and you pass the process, you'll get your NFT. You can finish the first 8 levels, you'll get another special NFT. And then when you finish the second 8 levels, you'll get the third NFT. So it shows that you completed the whole game. And that way we can get feedback back from our customers, our users, saying what's wrong, how does it play? Then we can go fix certain things and add new levels. But that's really the goal there. And then that is going to use Capella and use our storage unit. And we want to release that over the next month and start watching that and get the game going. And then by the end of the year, take it from private to open and everybody be using it, the whole product. Bitcoin and ETH. I mean, that's the thing that you have to hold by. I'll probably never sell them. I never say never, but I complete hodl both. Right? That's the thing. Third one would be there's one of the DeFi products that I like right now. Like Frax is one. Frax Finance. I like the flywheel they built. You can understand a lot of things of how to implement some of their ideas into their products. So I like the team behind that. So those would be like three of my positions. Hard for me to say. I would say obviously Frax. I brought that one up. Just like the finance ones are really interesting to me and what they built and how they work. So from there, I would say I'm just trying to think like the Frax, and I kind of like the solution-based stuff, like things around obviously layer two, like Arbitrum, like just what they're doing there. Anything. I still just geek out over the basic stuff. I'm just doing transactions with one wallet still. I'm trying to think what else. I think the secrecy, what'll be interesting to see is the real private type of networks that use crypto and blockchain that are going like, hey, we don't have to have all this exposed, increase the privacy and anonymity, because I think that's going to be needed. So I'm more like into themes as opposed to projects and beliefs in them. So for example, NFTs, like if somebody says to me, well, I don't, a normal person says, well, I don't get NFTs, why are they worth so much? Well, why do you understand why a Jean-Michel Basquiat painting is worth $100 million? No. Well, that doesn't mean it's not worth $100 million. It's like, so I just like crypto overall and explain to people that just because you don't understand it doesn't mean it's not validated or not true, right? Most of the stuff we know in the world, we don't know, but it's known by somebody and they have value in it, right? And goes from that. So hard for me to say any specific projects more other than kind of the themes that I just talked about. Let's see. That one, I think they should first see if they have the mental capacity to operate one of these things in crypto. So if you're trying to be an entrepreneur and build your own project or company on it, doing a startup is just hard. Any tech startup, doing a crypto startup is probably 10 times harder of what you do. And then especially if you're going to launch a token around it, you've got all these thousands and thousands of people there that you need to manage as a community and take care of. It's not like if you run a public company, yeah, you have shareholders, but they will talk to investor relations, there's a process. And in our space, they're hitting you up on Discord, Telegram, everything. So I think a person should just first check if they have the mental capacity to do it. Second is figure out, just understand which area they want to play in. Like, do they want to be a VC, a builder? Do you want to be on a community side? Do you want to be like a journalist like yourself? Like, just figure out what's best for them at their skill set. And then I think I would recommend everybody just go and at least work at if they want to be a builder or anything, or even actually, even on any side, go work with a project for 1 to 2 years just to get that firsthand experience. All of us, we did it on the first go round and we had to learn by trial by fire, and it's painful. So I think they should first go work for someone and just see, hey, do they have the mental capacity to actually be in crypto?